actually making that left turn now from the correct lane. But back on Newland Street, we were just here a moment ago. Not sure what the game plan is, not sure where this driver might be headed.
Will it end before we get going? Maybe. Anything's possible. Nobody's going to get this notification. So please, wherever you are, put it in our Discord, put it everywhere and anywhere you can. Because right now,
Veering into that left turn lane now.
it's just me and you.
Actually makes that turn, yeah, and it's on a green
And
light.
I think you left.
Woohoo. I think CHP had an opportunity there.
Oh, Oki showed up.
To attempt a pit maneuver if they wanted. They did not go for it.
They did not go for it. Oh, they're going to go for it right here. No, not quite. All right, that was close.
CHP to pit the car. They haven't.
Is it because the car's too nice and they don't have to pay for it?
This is probably the safest place to do it in one of those intersections.
Hello, Ron.
You don't see all of these
Ronaconda. Yeah, there's only 5 of us here because no one's got notifications.
No, turning into an alley now.
Is this an alley? It's a driveway, bitch. What are you talking about?
I don't know if this driver is gonna.
Oh shit! Has he got a remote to the garage? I thought he was gonna open the garage because the light come on. Maybe he's got one of those interactive lights.
This is a bizarre ending to a
hello,
pursuit that's gone on
hello.
How many 3 freeways and a number of city streets now.
Hello there, Lord Tormenta.
But this driver just parked in a driveway in front of this garage next to another white Tesla.
This dude's got money, son. Got monies.
One hand up.
Yeah, Kick.
What looks like a sweatshirt.
Kick is going to notify you. That's why I went live over there, just so notify people. Hopefully.
Led CHP home, and he's now surrendering, likely in front of his own garage.
He is so lucky he did not get pitted. So lucky. You got a Discord notification? Well, that's good. At least that's working. Man, how much are those cars? Those look expensive. I mean, I don't own a Tesla. Anybody else own a Tesla? It's a nice car. Look, the want was reckless driving. Now, if that's one of those self-driving cars, should we? Maybe it was the reason it was reckless driving.
Reposition. You saw the other helicopters flying through the
that's what I used to tell my wife. Bear with me while I reposition.
The massive CHP response on the ground as well after this pursuit driver.
None here either, Brittany. Not a one. Let alone 2 in my driveway. Ooh, Mazda 6.
Before leading CHP here.
That car was a great car back in 2012.
He's now
great car
next to this white Tesla.
Hi. How are you?
Good to see you. Walking toward officers, preparing to give it up.
Got some money, son.
I did not see this coming after.
Do you ever look and see like the stuff other people have and like what kind of job do they got?
But here he is giving it up after.
Give it up.
This chase
Stop.
Started over
Our last car before we got the car we got now, Oki, was it was like a 2014, 2013 maybe.
It looks like this is ending peacefully, ending safely as they take this driver in.
I never buy new cars. I buy new to me cars.
News in Long Beach. So thank you for streaming with us.
That's what I would have. I mean, am I the only one that I know Creed said he wouldn't do it, but I know why Creed. He's not the type. But that was like millions of dollars in that locker. Like, couldn't you get up with like the cartel and say, "Hey, man, I got your stuff. Come by and pick it up." I would think they'd be grateful. Mayor, don't you think so? Grateful for all of it. Yeah. He went home, pulled in the driveway, got out. We tried to figure out what he did for a living. My husband, like, computer games drunk with a friend. Yeah. Hollering. Nothing wrong with a little hollering. Vicky, good to see you. KCC, I hope you're doing good. I've had a long day that was just, not my favorite day. It's been a doozy. A doozy, they say. Oh, by the way, I wanted to do this real quick because I know we were in a hurry, I guess, at the end of members only, not members only, after dark. So I noticed we didn't get to thank anybody. So I just wanted to let that run through one time so I can thank everybody who was nice enough to send over money. Because, yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here, 1:10 in the morning. And I was doing work that isn't fun. The Late Shift Express, everybody. Just Arts was number one. Pam Butter, baby. Mayor, thank you. Bruno, Nancy, the big Ron Allen, baby, in orange. Pamela Cooper, McCooperson. Big Ron Allen, huge gifter. Pebbles. Wow. Ooh, welcome. Bruno. More big Ron Allen, baby. The boss. El Uso. And Bruno. I wanted to thank everybody because we did not get a chance to thank you guys, at the end of the show. I want to make sure I did that. Did I get to eat? Yes. I ordered Taco Bell. And it was good. I got that the burrito thing that Creed and me were talking about that everybody was saying was good. And so that's what I did. I can't believe it's not butter. You did miss the whole thing, but that's all right. You didn't miss much. Didn't miss much, sweet tea. It's good to see you. Yeah. I have no idea what he's doing. Maybe he's planning his extravaganza for Tuesday. I ate Taco Bell alone. I sat there and I tear in my eye and nacho cheese and mustache. Said, this is delicious. Move on, Mike. Just move on. Oh, James, how are you, buddy? Good to see. Hope you're doing well, pal. Raider Nation in the house. Our house now is literally a shed. Literally. No, we can't talk about it. We'll just think. Mayor, one more dollar for the OT for the OG. I think I'm going to try and do an extra long show on Tuesday since Creed said he's not going to be there. Maybe I'll do a 2-hour show on Tuesday since Creed will be busy building his millions and millions of dollars. That's beautiful hair. I don't want beautiful hair. Thank you, Mayor. I'll be over here with you guys watching video, cutting up, kicking ass and taking names. You missed a guy with a lot of money in Tesla. A lot of money in Tesla. I said, oh, my tears are so salty and delicious. Can Satin come on Tuesday? I mean, I'll try and get him on. I'm pretty sure I could probably get him to come by and talk to me for a bit. It's all right. My comments. It was bad. My comment on that it was bad. Man, we need to fire the coach. We need to fire Gina Smith, our quarterback. Get rid of him. It'll be at the regular time. I'll just go long. 4:05 and I'll go to like 6:05 on Tuesday. See if I can do 2 hours without getting up. I'm never gonna stop. These channels are my priority. Number one. Yeah, he gave it. Well, I mean, he got home. He made it home. He did do that. He did make it home. What, 2? Sure. I guess so. I don't see why not. Everyone's invited. Everyone, good evening, Pamela. How are you? It's a lovely evening. Hope everybody's having a good time. Maybe it's not 1 1:14 a.m. where you're at, but it is here. It is here. 1:14 a.m. I know you guys are saying, Mikey, what are you doing up? Mikey is up till about 3 o'clock every single night. Unless I get done early, because I got 3 channels to make sure I got videos for. Got to go through an entire day's worth of recorded court. I am going to start doing live court. I'll do a live on We Got a Case to see if that'll help the numbers over there, because it's bad right now. It's just bad. It's a YouTube thing. It's not good, but that's all right. We'll bounce back. We'll get through it. Together, we can accomplish anything. Going long. I love you guys. I could sit here all night and talk to y'all. Valerie, would you like me to sit here and talk all night long? We can. What's everybody want to talk about? If I got anything on their minds? Anything pressing? Maybe 3 Qs. Starts talking all about drunk. My sons used to hate it when we would come back from the strip club, and I would come into the house. I'd be like, and you stop at their door, and I'm like, I love you guys. I just want you guys to know I love you. I love you so much. Oh my God. When do I sleep? I sleep, if I go to sleep around 2 or 3, somewhere in there, I typically have to make sure I'm up no later than about 8 o'clock so I can start recording court all over again for the entire day. And I record court, make court videos all the way up until 4:05. Then at 4:05, we'll do the live shows. Maybe there's members only. Do that. I'll see if it's time to eat dinner. I'll eat dinner. Otherwise, as soon as I walk out of this studio, I sit on my couch and I get right back on my laptop and start working again. There's only about 2 hours a day that I'm awake that I'm not working on shows. I'm either live or I'm editing videos or getting things done, because you know what? Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. So that's when I sleep into the dark. Late nights, all right. Let's not fuss and fight. Thank you. I hope that was for me. If not, I'm still going to take it. When do you vacation? When I make enough money from YouTube to do so. I tried to start gambling, but I was not able to get on with casino that pays people. Do you and your wife have separate bedrooms due to sleeping habits? No, sweet tea. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Because of my work, typically I sleep on the couch, and it's not because my wife hates me or I hate my wife, but I work so much. I mean, it's for anybody that doesn't know what goes on as far as what it takes to do everything that gets done around here. It's a massive undertaking. If I'm going to stay current with court videos and things like that, I've got to be working on it all the time. I was in there putting together a Judge Simpson video. I've got 3 or 4 computers going every day recording court. Let's see what other questions you had. Oh, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate y'all a lot. Bill, what's going on? Glad you're back. Did you make the wrong work choice? You could look. I could. I tried. I asked. Let's see. So technically, 1 bedroom, 1 living room. Yes. Well, my house has 3 bedrooms, so, but I don't sleep in any of them. My son sleep in the other two, and me and the dog sleep in the room, which I don't mind. It's got the biggest TV, so can't beat that. Am I right? Judge Simpson is great. There was one the other day where they were like, somebody said that the guy threatened Judge Simpson. I don't think he really threatened him. I think it was more of the guy just saying shit. I don't think it was a threat. That's just me. Supernatural. I have never watched Supernatural. I tried to watch the first episode and I don't know, I just didn't get past it. How old are my kids? Let's see. I have 3 kids. I have a daughter who is now what is she now? 30? Yeah, 30 now. I have a 30-year-old daughter, and I have 2 25-year-old sons. They are twins. I didn't have them with 2 different women. You look, man, as long as I got a TV, I'm good. TV, some internet, I'm on it. I just figure really do. I, I I've been with my wife for 34 years. Yeah, 34 years. So I've gotten plenty of bedroom time in my day. I've done all right. Oh my God. Go ahead and patrol. Do your thing, Paula. Stay safe. Daughter? Yeah, daughter. How do you say it? Daughter? My daughter. Me and my daughter.
My daughter and I.
No, daughter. And yes, my kids do sound like me. They do sound country. You missed it, Terry. You were a little late. Slightly late. Now we're doing a Q&A, but I'm glad you're here. Gary, good to see you, buddy. I am. I always am, but usually I'll see that there's a chase happening and I'll watch just a few minutes of it to see if I see what you're saying, KCC. I resent that. And I kind of wait, but tonight I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let me just jump on it. And I figured it was going to be short, but that's all right. It sounds depressing. Still, I mean, I can bounce. Look here. Don't you worry about Mikey. He's married to his work. No, it's not like that at all, but I appreciate it. Thank you. What do your kids think about the YouTube thing? Well, I told them we were going to start doing YouTube. Here we go. I told them I was going to do YouTube. And they say to me, that is really hard. There's no way you can do anything remotely on YouTube that's a success. People try all the time and fail. Now, to be honest, at that point, we were doing the Credence and Bishop show. And if that's all we ever did, I probably would say that would have failed. That we'd have never had grown to not even close to this. I don't think, I could be wrong, but to do that kind of content, just like a radio show, very hard to get over. Very hard to, build an audience, I felt like. So once we got to, when we decided, okay, we're going to start doing chases, that gave us growth. But what really blew up the whole thing was when I said, okay, yeah, we do live court, but I'm going to start putting together court videos. And that's what, got me one of these, so they now think it's the most awesome thing in the world and tell all their friends, and all their friends know about it, and they're, you know, super excited. They are very proud of me, and, you know, it means a lot. My father cheated on my mom, and I have a sister 50 weeks younger. Oh my goodness, your dad. Hmm. Oh, yeah. The whore sister. Well, you know, everybody likes a good nickname, right? Oh, I have no idea. Me and Creed talk and see each other when you see us. So, again, no, we don't. Hey, what's going on, man? Your BT Bush. I just sent that to you. Well, I appreciate. Oh, not as much as I appreciate £5. Five, 5 pounds. I'm gonna ruin your name. Karaoke? Like karaoke? Either way, north of England. Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate the love. Um, I hope one day to visit England. Maybe. My kids want to go to London. I want to also go to Ireland and Scotland because I've got some blood that way too. It's got it. Got it. Not a professional. Most people try YouTube didn't get Ila. It is definitely, it is amazing when we see the amount of growth in the family we have. It means the world. Kaioken. Like Kaioken. Got it. I appreciate that. I put a lot. I spend 90% of my time working on court videos. Well, we'll say 85% of my time. It's a lot of work, and right now it's so tough because there's so many. I bet there's 50 new court channels every day, and they're all run, you know, by Indian and Pakistan and Afghani, you know, creators who have like 50 people working all in one room, putting up videos constantly. So it's kind of hard to keep up. So, you know, that's why sometimes I tell you, you know, if you want to know where your money's going and who it's supporting, pick your channels wisely. Know what you're watching. Don't just click on something because you're like, oh, I guarantee anything you see in one of these other court channels, you're going to find it in one of the mainstream Big 10, you know, court channels. I'm not in the Big 10. I like to think of myself as part of the Big 11. But stick with those, and you know where your money's going. You know who you're supporting, and that at the end of the day, want to be part of a community. Joe, it's my buddy Joe. Yeah, it was a perfect timing. It really was. It was the perfect storm as far as that. Nobody except for Smoke and Scan was covering live chases at that point. So that really gave us, you know, a little bit of a leg up because there wasn't that much going on. Now we're at the point where, you know, we hope the growth we've had will be enough to carry us through this whole craziness with all these court channels popping up and buying views. That's like there's a channel that does really well right now called Court Cam TV Official, and it's out of Pakistan, and they're buying views nonstop, and it's building their channel. And when they buy views, it puts them in the algorithm, and it allows them to make way more money than your basic creator makes. And it makes it harder for us to get in the algorithm because I guarantee you, I stand behind every video I put up that are very good channels, and I'm getting tons of New Jersey court now. I've got probably 10 hours of New Jersey court I need to go through that I recorded this past week. And some of that stuff they go very in depth, which is really great about it. You get lots of information, and most of the time the people are pretty damn crazy. that are locked up in there. I appreciate that. I appreciate every single person that's ever been around. Even if you've come and gone, you've been here at some point supporting us, and that means a lot. Chance to sleep with Judge Simpson, would I? I mean, I think he like no, I'm gonna say that. No. No. Now, if I got a chance to interview him, I would love to. I guarantee you my interview of Judge Simpson would be better than any that we've seen so far. I love interviewing people more than most anything. Creed hates interviewing people more than anything. Most more. That's right. I said it. Hashtag most more. I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. What happened to Judge Manning? So Judge Manning, she was the one with all the TPOs and PPOs that everybody wanted to see. And it kind of become, a big thing. We even got an email from Judge Manning, which was fantastic. We were the first court group that got a message from her, email, and we really appreciated it. And it was great doing her content. But then she stopped doing all that, the TPO and PPO stuff live. So once she stopped doing that, all she was doing was her like other docket stuff, which can be very drawn out and a little dry. Every once in a while you can catch something good, but you got to watch her like all day long to try and catch those nuggets, and to commit that much time to it. I've got tons of old Manning videos that I can put out, but that to go through all that to maybe get something is a lot. And court is like, ice cream. Everybody's got their favorite flavor. And then along comes something that's like, ooh, this is the flavor of the month. It happened with Manning. It happened with what's his name? Judge Fleischer. Judge Fleischer was huge. Judge Fleischer got all these Indian channels started. You go to any of those channels and those overseas channels, like the first 90 videos on there are all Judge Fleischer videos. I also did really well with Judge Fleischer videos, but he made the mistake of having a community, a chat, talking to people in the chat. If he'd have never done any of that stuff, he'd still be on right now, and we'd be watching new videos from him every day. I think he really messed up when he started doing all the talking to people end of it. You are supporting it. Every time you watch one of the court videos or any of our videos, there'll be ads playing. And yeah, it might, the court videos generates way more than chase videos do, but you're supporting us right there each and every time you go through there and you watch a video and click the like and leave a comment. You guys don't know how big that is on the algorithm. They're giving you these hype things now where you can hype the videos. You get to do it 3 times a week, I believe. 3 times a week. Sweet Tea, I could see you and Judge Manning dating. I've seen Judge Manning's wife. She has a beautiful wife. You got a judge like, oh my God, Judge Shackelford. Judge Shackelford is on the edge of being really big. Her and Judge West, I think, are right there, ready to be pretty big judges if they wanted to. Always. It's so important. There's so many videos that come out that you don't know are out just because YouTube hasn't told you. And they will unsubscribe you from channels. Marty, good to see you, buddy. Kind of wild. How are you? Jersey, originally from Jersey. Look, I didn't talk bad about Jersey. That was satin. I thought I was disgusted by his behavior. Disgusted. Sweet Tea, did you know Judge Shackelford has a lovely wife as well? The AI voices, yeah, they're bad. real bad. And they put all these weird effects over the top of it. And, it's really easy to spot. Any channel that's been made basically in the last year, almost court channel, are all AI channels easily. So it's not like any channel you come across recently that was new is new. It's AI. It's just the AI channel. And they're also doing a thing now where they're starting like Judge Fleischer TV, Judge Simpson TV, Judge, making you think that those are in any way affiliated with the actual person. They're not. It's just a way to try and get you when you type in Judge Simpson to drag you over to their channel. Fun fact. There's the fun fact. Thank you. There's a raid. John was doing a show. I didn't know that, John. Bionic Bigfoot, how are you, sir? It's been a crazy 13 months. I'll give you the hallelujah. 13 big ones. Judge Fleischer was awesome. I would text Judge Fleischer back and forth a lot. He'd give me his phone number. We text and stuff. And he's in the same football league, fantasy league as I am. And great guy. Just a run of bad luck. Once all that stuff started coming out, they started headhunting him, and that was it. Oh yeah, he got in big trouble. Big trouble. And already knew it was coming before it happened because he had texted me about a video I had put up. And he wanted me to change some of the wording because he had got called into the office. The office, like he's in high school. He got called to something and they were talking about it. And I told him absolutely. I went and changed it and stuff. And which a lot of people don't do. You could dress up as Judge Manning for Halloween. Absolutely. I believe it. That's a rub. How about you? Sarge, good to see you, buddy. I didn't say hello. Yes. There you go. Getting nervous. Uh-oh. Don't get nervous about it. It's all right. Judge Perkins has some really good moments. He loves to fight with those people. He's just waiting for one of them to mess up. Yeah, you got to hype us. Hyping is very important these days. What's this John saying? What'd you say? Oh my God, I'm way behind on comments. You don't have a redirect button? Yeah, you do. You just don't know how to get to it. You have a redirect. You got to figure out how to get to it. You and me both. Judge West is real. I enjoy her stuff. She's no bullshit. She's a real, she seems like she really cares. She's not she's not all bark and no bite. She'll get in there and let you have it. Speaking of people that'll let you have it.
This is an OG call.
Crystal. Crystal's been around for 50 months. It feels like she's been around a lot longer than that. Crystal was around, I think, before we even had memberships. 100%. And she was on one of my favorite channels. She was a member of Spied Life. No one can ever take that away from her. She's Spied Life alum. Thank you. And 50 months is amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that people don't realize, and I don't mind talking about it. I'm not giving away any secrets. Middleton is really good as far as if you can wait through a lot. Some of it's a little long-winded, but he does have a classic feel of like an old school judge. It's that, mentality of like, he knows everybody. He's a small town judge in a way. And, I think that's his appeal. Plus his badass ponytail, and he will talk to the chat, but not like in the way that you're not supposed to. Middleton is retiring. Yes. I think he's gotten too old, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if that's the thing, but the day you saw Fleischer. Yeah. Yep. I remember that. You were there. Really? Oh, he's such a nice. I mean, I've never met him in person, so it might be different. But me and him talking on the phone and texting, always super nice. You know, now we text each other on holidays, stuff like that. Look, these judges are just as good as any Judge Judy show and anything like that, especially for somebody who really enjoys court and legal stuff. It's exciting. It's got a lot of stuff. Did I? You're buying it, Sasquatch. That's right. I am. I'm sorry. Sasquatch. Accept my apology, please, and thank you. That's right. That is the other guy. You're right. The hype point things are basically depending on how many points the video gets. YouTube basically keeps a leaderboard in a way. So if you get so many hype points, it will move your video onto like the main page, or it'll put you, first scene type thing for somebody if that's what they're looking. They're looking for court or they're looking for whatever if it gets enough hype points. Now they've also started a program where you can give jewels, and those are only allowed to be used if we do a horizontal like stream. If we stream horizontal, you guys can give jewels. And by giving jewels, like right now, I'll be transparent with you guys. Right now, YouTube is telling us, okay, if you can get X amount of jewels in a certain amount of time, we'll give you up to $1,000. And the reason they're doing that is because they're pushing for the vertical videos hard. Why? Because so many people view stuff on mobile and they want to keep pushing that and try and take away from TikTok, things, Instagram. They're constantly trying to combat those things instead of improving the product they already have. I think they should focus less on that, my opinion. Let that happen naturally and put a little more back into the people who are doing long form content. A lot of people come here for long form content. They like to sit back. They like to be part of a community. They like to binge watch. They're not looking for, just stuff that they're watching on the phone. Watching on your TV I do way more watching on my television than I do anything else. But that's what the hype points are. That's okay, Bill. It can be behind. Why does Judge Perkins still have the, I have a feeling they put that up and no one just ever come to take it down. Because if you watch some of those arraignments that go on in like Detroit area, a couple of those courtrooms still have those giant panels up. Those sneeze guards are still up. Let's see what else we got. Does the Minecraft court Judge O'Donnell? So, Judge O'Donnell, yeah. Judge O'Donnell's really good. He will go and I do his videos every once in a while. I ain't giving away no secrets. It's just the truth. He's really good. He'll cuss. I like it when he cusses and he'll say stuff like, I don't give a shit, whatever. Why'd you call your attorney a bald bastard? I mean, I really like his style, and you can get that little blurbs or two from it. Because in my thumbnails, I always either try and give you a quick little synopsis with something, or I try and quote something that's happened in the video. So nobody's getting the, clickbait. What happened? That's a good question. He did those first appearances. Yeah, he was good. He was real good. I don't know. Did he? I think he may have just started doing other stuff. There's a judge with really pretty hair and a raspy voice. I forgot her name. You're talking about Judge Shackelford. She's got a pretty raspy voice. He ain't get no damn Christmas card. I said a text. He ain't get no damn. Nobody's getting Christmas cards this year because it's just very time consuming, and I can't send out thousands of Christmas cards. Unfortunately, I wish I could. If I could afford it, I definitely would. They're closing as they go. 8 right now. Oh, close all those windows. You should have all those windows open. Not good. 1,000 subs to get the redirect. Really? I can't remember when I got redirect. It took me a long time to figure out what redirect even was, or have a channel I could even send people to. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's so much is different now. I mean, you didn't get nothing at 500. You got 0. It was 1,000 or nothing. You didn't get no. At 500, you didn't get to make no money at all of any kind. That's why I was so surprised that at 500 you can get that, because 1,000 had always been the magic number for that. So to be able to do what you're doing right now, I feel very fortunate. It hasn't always been that way. I know there have been some people in there every once in a while, but rarely. I think Zoom court should be mandatory as far as allowing the public to watch it anytime, full transparency. Plus, I feel like these videos that go up on the internet, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's their privacy and things like that. One, they've committed a crime. 2, it's a great deterrent to the next person possibly. If it stops one person from, turning to a life of crime, or even considering doing something stupid that could put them in jail, then all the videos are worth it. That's the purpose, to educate people, to let people know more. Maybe people will trust the process a little more if they're familiar with it. Maybe people, being able to consume it in this way is going to, make the, future of court become less of, I don't want to put it, less misconstrued as a bad thing and more of a helpful thing towards the community. A lot of people feel like, oh, I'm going to get railroaded in court and this, that, and the other. And people do. It happens. But maybe with that, there are some streamers that I watch that have hype button. I don't know. Do we have a hype button? I get messages from people all the time saying, hey, I hyped your video. So I don't know. Maybe we do. We don't. I don't watch a lot of my own content. You watch from work. I often wonder how many people, because back when we did radio, we get phone calls all the time. People's like, hey, man, I'm working a night shift. I'm listening to you guys all the time. Really appreciate it. Get me through the night. I often wonder how many people are at work when they're listening. Because a lot of people listen, and I often wonder that how many people are doing work, maybe housework, if it's nothing but that. It is only one. There's tons of people who are very rich from it, but those are the people who have tons of evergreen content. Evergreen content is how you make long-lasting money. Without it, we could do 1 million videos, and if none of them are evergreen, we'll really never make that much money. You got to have those videos that people watch a lot. Like, perfect example, I have one that has basically 2 million views on it. And it constantly is in the top 5 videos watched for a month consistently. So it's not making a whole lot of money, but it's making enough money that it makes a difference when you combine it with all the other videos that are contributing money, maybe 10 cents. And right now we got 5,000 videos. And probably of those 5,000 videos, there's, I'd say 1,000 that make money, that generate income. And those are typically all the court videos. Those consistently generate income. Not a lot, but when it all adds up, it makes a difference. Oh yeah, Judge O'Donnell will drop an F-bomb on somebody quick. Yeah, you only get 3. Do we have a hype button, Vicky? Vicky would know. That's what it was. He didn't win re-election. Do we think it was because he was on YouTube? Judge Shackelford is very scary. And I know KCC has told me how much she loves her voice. I don't know about smoking anything, but maybe it was something she ate. Oh. Do 50. You can't even do live. I can't even go live until 50. 50 what? Subscribers? That man, I gotta think. I don't even think that was a thing. I think we went live right away. But again, that was like 5 years ago. I remember us doing live shows like right out of the box. Go ahead. Good luck. Best of luck to you on that one. Well, see, that worked out for you, Bill. That worked in your favor. I mean, why not? Well, I mean, maybe people are a little embarrassed. You know, I've seen people coming into court now all the time with their hoods on and trying to cover their faces and stuff. And they're telling them like, hey, tough shit. Judge Kim with the minors. Yeah. Yeah. That's Judge Kim was so hot. When we first started doing court, it seemed like Judge Kim was the hottest courtroom at that time. There wasn't, it would draw the most numbers if we watched that. It was a big deal. Speaking of big deals, big deal, they sent over some Canadian money. So here's my question. If someone's in Canada, they send $5 Canadian. Do I get $5 Canadian or do I get $5 American? Or do I get like $4 American? I wonder how that works. I've never asked YouTube and they would never tell me. I appreciate that. Bless you. Bless you. Go Seahawks. Sure, we'll go with that, Marty. Oh, hello, Patricia. How are you? Well, yeah. That's all right. The chase is over and we're just doing a Q&A. I'm letting it all hang out. I'm tired of keeping secrets in this family. Yeah. Which is, Sergey is, just a compilation channel. That channel does really well. Really, really well. I mean, again, it's just a compilation channel. I know after a certain amount of time, he started actually talking some, or somebody was talking in them. Vice Garage. In my free time, I watch a lot of independent short films, like horror stories and things like that. I watch a channel called Papa Meat. I watch Charlie, who has done stuff with Moist Critical. He does stuff with Slap Fight. I watch Cinnamon Toast Ken. I enjoy their work. There's really not, sometimes I'll get on a kick where I watch a lot of Florida vacation stuff. That's something because I want to go back on vacation or something. 50 subs, yeah, that's crazy. You should automatically be given them. If you're not getting them, but again, it is something that's just being rolled out, and it takes time for different places and people to get it. You have 63 now, thanks to John. Wow. You started less than 3 years ago. Good job on sticking with it, Bill. So many people just give up. Okay. So I get the exchange rate. Gotcha. See? I knew somebody would know. I knew someone would know. Yeah. I'm here to answer you guys' questions. If anybody's got any. See, it's weird how some people get hypes and some don't. Allowed, do we have a button? A hype button? I need a hype man as well. My AdSense account was all messed up today. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm very upset about that. Somehow they messed up something and ended up keeping monies they shouldn't be keeping my monies. So I've got to fix that. So that's what I did all day. It's $5 Canadian. It's $3.55. Very good. I would like to go to Canada and spend my Canadian money. I bet I could get a lot. Much love. Firefighting, disasters, and plane crashes. Feel good stuff. Oh, I do too. I try to find a channel that I'm like, okay, I like this channel, and I'll put on their playlist and just let it play all night. Because I know it helps. If all other people did that, then they'd never have to worry about it. Are KCC's boobs measured? And they must be measured in Canadian. Because when I saw them in Florida, not saw them. That's a terrible joke. I'm not even going to go with that one. Did I tell y'all she ordered a salad at dinner? Just saying. It's American Hands. Oh, you guys are too much. I started a channel so I can retire, Marty. I mean, our channel doesn't make money like some of these channels. There's channels that are making ungodly amounts of money. I mean, some of these court channels, I'll go through there and it tells me like the range of how much money they're making. Some of them are making like $40,000 a month. And it makes me sick to my stomach. I'm like, oh my God. I would only need like a year of making $40,000 a month, and I could really cut back on my work. Really cut back. You've seen the hype button as well. Okay. Mikey, I'm PM you on Discord about redirect button and where to find it. I will look into that. I know you just go, there should be a spot on your video that says customization when you're in the details. If you go to, there'll be a customization button. You go to customization and it'll have the redirect in that. If you don't see a customization button inside your video, then when you're in the details, where you fill out everything, then you don't have one. The hype. Randomly. Wow, really? See, again, it's new. It's a new thing. I saw a guy go into Hulk Hogan's house that he used to live in for Hogan's Knows Best. And it was like gorgeous inside still, but like people had just like done stuff all over the hell. Redirect is like when you're ending your stream and somebody is live, or if somebody's going to be live, you can set up a redirect and when you end your video, a screen will pop up and say, hey, you're being redirected to this other channel. And it's a way to help, grow. There's a thing right now where we have collaborate, where you can collaborate with other channels. And then when the video goes up that you're collaborating on, it'll have both names of the channel up there. So if you click on to subscribe to one of the channels, or maybe you're already subscribed to one of the channels, it'll pop up and there'll be, a button where you can, do it, subscribe to the other channels you're not already subscribed to. But there's no other court channels that I could do that with. None of the other ones. Maybe Colin, Lone Wolf. Those are probably the only two court channels that I think I could even collaborate with. So I'm busy collaborating with my own channels, which doesn't do. Those are the only two I can think of off the top of my head that would even. Those are the only two I can think of that are not on bad terms with. Let's see. Just nosy. Go ahead. But do you make enough money, or do you work other? This is the only job I work. Is this content? Creed works doing the gambling and stuff, so that's where he makes his money. So that's pretty much it. Takes a lot of hustling, a lot of working to try and get somewhere. But I'm all right. Am I as good as I was last year? No. Numbers are way down, but that's for everybody. Law Talk with Mike maybe would if I talked to him about it. He's always been. I know a lot of people have problems with Law Talk Mike and call the people that are his fans simps and things like that. Law Talk with Mike's never done nothing to me. He's never said anything bad to me, about me, done anything. As a matter of fact, if nothing else, he's helped a lot of YouTubers that now shit on him get to where they are. All because they get big heads and they want to make all the money. Which, if that's what you want to do, hey, go ahead. I would never contact another channel and say, hey, take down this video. I did that video first. I know what you're doing. You're stealing my videos. Oh, this, that, and the other. Law Talk Mike we have never had a problem with him. I know people, as far as like content creators, things like that. I know he does very little because he's doing very well with that gambling stuff. So, I think it does some of it, but most all of his money comes from gambling stuff. So he's probably phasing it out, maybe getting rid of some stuff. Hard to stay monetized. Yes, it is. Our channels have been all three channels, as I call them, main channels, being We Got a Case, We Got a Chase, and Credence and Mikey, have all been demonetized before. Knock on wood, all three times I was able to get them back within just a few days. We Got a Jackpot is got in trouble. I don't know how many times. I'm trying to convince Creed to let's change it to something else. It's just can't do anything. It's basically just a advertisement for his other stuff. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it is hard. Oh, motivated. I read that as monetized. I'm sorry. I'm all motivated. Yes, I have to take vacations to stay motivated because I get really down in the dumps. I get really wore out. really wore out. I had to reread that. I'm sorry. I get really wore out, really burned out. And that happens to a lot of creators, especially small channels like me. If I was making a ton of money, I could hire people to do my videos, make my intros, do everything. I would just be able to sit back and let other people do the work. Well, I have to do the work of a team. You know, I have to do the work of the guys in the truck. So, I mean, yeah, there are times I become extremely burned out and I have to leave for like a week. Um, but at the same time, here's the thing. I don't work, I don't get paid. You know, I want to make money. It really is based on making these videos and getting people to watch it. I can't rely on other sources of income. You know, I'm dedicated to YouTube. That's my thing. Is to be here for you guys because you guys got me. I remember where, I was to get here. No, he doesn't sell any of those return pallets anymore. No. He's got a bunch of stuff and like left over. So I think he's trying to KCC, you think I should collab with you? I'm talking channels that do videos, not just live. You do just live. I'm talking about videos that do court videos that don't have a live person on. But you've never heard of whom? I mean, there's a lot of big court channels. Like the biggest court channels in like our demographic for like court channels that are posting court videos or maybe talking about court videos, like making them are we calling like the person that's making the most money? That had to be like in our small niche, not like these big lawyer channels that are doing really big stuff and have high productions. Small productions. Um Probably the making the most money, I would guess, Old Squishy Gardner or Law Talk with Mike. One of the two of them. Probably at this point in time, Old Squishy's probably making more money than Law Talk with Mike. That would be my guess. It's not a slight at nobody. I was asked the question. I answered it. That would be my guess. My also guess would be the Homestead Queen coming in and becoming a member. I'm very flattered that there's like 75 of you guys here right now across all the channels. Thank you for becoming a member. Glad to have you here. Boob collab. No boob collabs for me. But probably out of like all the channels, Law Nerds Unite and definitely not looking at legal stuff. They definitely are not top. You got I know nothing about Law Nerds Unite. I don't know the person that runs that. Looking at legal stuff, I know the person that runs that. I don't know much about those other channels that have sprung up, maybe, but like as far as like tons of evergreen content, that would be the channel probably making the most. I've heard of that channel. Don't know them, but I've heard of that channel. But they definitely are not making the. Yeah, you got to work. And believe it or not, most of these other channels don't want to support each other. Videos make the money, yeah. Unless you're somebody who goes live and can really pull in the crowd. Yes, you do have videos. You just haven't put one out recently. Fine, we'll do a collab. Mayor, you just got to grind, buddy. There's nothing's promised, you know. Nothing is promised. You really got to just get in there and grind. And by doing that, hope somebody notices. Part of it is skill, and part of it is luck. There's a lot of great channels that never get monetized, or they might get monetized and never, you know, succeed to where the level they want to. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, a channel like that, yeah. But when you're thinking of channels that are run by one person, um, both those are really big channels. They really do well. Yeah, he did for a bucket load of money. I appreciate it. You know what? And here's the thing. It'll pay off. I'll do it. You know, we'll continue to grow. We're not growing as fast as I would want to, but who the hell, who the hell does? Um, just keep going. Just keep going and going until you can't get no more. Rebels. Bunch of This is a dream. This is a dream. Yeah, those are small ones, and a lot of them I don't know. A lot of them I really don't know. Um, I know the people that run. I'm not saying I'm friends with these people. I'm just saying I know them. I'll talk with Mike, Lone Wolf, Colin, ACC, Time Served. Somebody else I know. Old Squishy Gardener. Biggin used to do stuff. I know Biggin. Really outside that realm, I don't know any of those people that have started doing court stuff. I don't know them at all. I would say this: if you're wanting to make sure you're watching a channel that's getting some help, if there's a face and a guy sitting there, or a face of a beautiful woman sitting there, you're supporting an actual person and not a group of people trying to snatch up pennies. Speaking of snatching up pennies, I don't have the Ron Allen. No, it's all right. We're big enough. Hey, we're big enough. We're just struggling through the apocalypse that is YouTube right now, as far as like your content not getting out there. Look, I'm always looking for a collab, just nobody is looking for me. That's the thing. Terrifying. 20 Ron Allen big ones. Thank you for the orange. I'll thank everybody at the end of the show that's not, I hadn't put on the monorail. I'll just go through and thank each other individually. Just like Christy and her $3.45. Thank you. I got to come to Canada and spend that money. I'm telling you, I think I get more out of it. I think a lot more channels should be a lot more channels. I think channels should always be transparent with their people. Say, hey, this is what's going on. Man, movie reactions are really, I always wanted to react to movie trailers, not the movies, just the trailers. New trailer come out, react to it. I wanted to do sports. I would love to be doing poor sports every day. I have time. I will collab with you. Just let me know. Send me the code when you add the collab, and I will approve it. I will approve it. Thank you, Tara. Much appreciated. A lot of people get demonetized and mess up on their, because when you get demonetized, you have to make a video basically begging to be remonetized. And a lot of people mess up on that video and just don't ever get their channels back. It's terrible. Hey, what's going on, Curtis? Yeah, that channel. Woo-wee. I wish I had a channel big enough to have like a team of people working, because then I could do so much more. So much more. Reactions. It is doing an entire movie. Like, I also, I've said this before, always wanted these channels to be the reaction part of what me and Creed do, to be so much like Mystery Science Theater 3000, because, I wanted the little innuendos and the little jokes and, sometimes playing dumb when we already know the answer just to get to the point we are. And that's the great thing about Creed. I've worked with him so long. He's worked with me so long. We know where each other's going. So when we lead each other to places, or I'm leading him somewhere or whatever, is to get to a point where everything we do is completely unscripted. We never come in with a game plan. I try not to watch the videos 99% of the time. I don't watch the videos at the time. No game plan whatsoever, and just let it happen. It really is so much better when it's like that. I couldn't imagine sitting out and writing everything out that you're going to say and do. That would be tough. That would be tough. Shadow, I don't think we'll ever make it. Just realistically. I don't know any other channels that are doing stuff niche wise. Maybe if we do a lot more mainstream stuff, sure. Like reacting to 90 Day Fiance or things like that, it would definitely grow. If we were doing more mainstream stuff, like perfect example, Cinnamon Toast Ken, doing more stuff like that, we would grow exponentially. But I think because we're more into our niche and deep into our niche, I don't need to be famous. I've enjoyed that type of stuff on a low level, not big. Being famous isn't all it's cracked up to be. That's for sure. Did all that stuff in the radio days. There you go. That's it. My God, Nightbot, calm down. Nightbot has gone nuts in here. Somebody shoot Nightbot. Figure out a niche. I feel like I could work with any niche. I don't, if it's anything, that's the goal. The goal is to be versatile, so that if something, isn't working out for you and you want to try and grow, you make a lateral move, or you go in a completely different direction. Being able to do something in any niche, which I feel like I could, then you can grow. My free advice. No, don't do that. You got to have a thick skin. Rebel Chaser is she's very nice. April is very nice. See, I can't remember everybody. See, those are real channels of real people. And those are the ones I highly recommend supporting. The AI channels, and I'm not saying anything bad about other countries, but it's like the call center stuff where they're all in one room. How are they able to get these videos out so fast and do this, that, and the other? Because there's like 50 of them working on putting these videos together and making money off of you guys watching them. I hate them with a passion. They're taking hush puppies out of my mouth. Yeah, it is. It really is. And you can really see the people who take time with their community and don't just expect their community to show up. If my community is showing up for me, I want to be there for them. I want to be giving them what they're there for. And it's not the sex. How did I become a legend? Well, that goes back to radio. When I was working in radio with Creed and Bishop, I was going by a name that I had got when I was working with a small group of backyard wrestlers. Yep, that's right, backyard wrestlers. And that name was Mikey Mayhem. So on radio, I brought it on over. I was Mikey Mayhem. Well, there was a guy who come around and he called himself something. He was calling giving himself a moniker. And I said, fine, if he can be XYZ, then I can be the legend. So I then became Mikey the Legend Mayhem. So once we started doing YouTube, Creed started calling me Mikey Mayhem. I'm like, no, 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 no. What we're going to do is I'm just going to get rid of the Mayhem part. I'll just be Mikey the Legend. That way it's not so long. It's not so convoluted. I could have just went by Mikey. I get it. But I felt like, okay, let's do something stupid and put some gravitas on it. Why not? So that's what we did. And it worked out. I've got to have every gimmick in my, I don't have a lot going for me. So I've got to have lots of gimmicks and ideas. Speaking of the ideas, 20 more bones. Oh, thank you. I appreciate seeing and talking to people who really, and the people who send us emails means so much. It really does. To read an email or somebody is appreciating something you do, or they're telling you, letting you into their lives. Maybe they're having a health issue, or maybe they're going through some stuff and it brings a little bit of bright spot to their day. That to me is worth everything. It really is. And that 20 bones is also awesome. It's a Ron Allen 20 bones. Creed, ring the bell. Thanks, Creed. Thank you so much for that. Kind words. We appreciate it a lot. Thank you. If you hit it 2 times, though, you've liked it, then you've unliked it. But that's okay. Either way. Oh, I could. If there was more time in the day, I would do so many things. But there's just. Yes, that's it. I'll tell you how. Let's see. I'll hang out for just a little bit more time. Almost 2:30. All right. In the AM. Let's see. I'm glad you guys are all here and part of everything we've done. Somebody had asked me the other day too, like channels that people who have been part of our community that have gone on to start channels. And if I'm not mistaken, I'd say like 12 people, right off the top of my head, around 12 people. Mayor, we don't do the same kind of content, but sure, why not, Mayor? We'll see what happens. I don't think you can collab because I don't think you have enough subscribers. If you do, let me know. I don't know if that'll work. Let's see. There's a lot of chase channels now. Yeah, there were very few. Very few that were like steadily putting up stuff. But now there's been a huge explosion in body cam. Because it used to be, it was all about the chopper, all the chopper stuff. And then the dash cam stuff was big. And now the massive explosion. There's a bunch of like AI and Indian. I keep saying Indian. If anybody in India is watching right now, I apologize. But this is just a reference point. There's a bunch of them like scam channels out there. And you've got to be careful. Never send somebody money or something if they like contact you offline and pretend to be some other channel. Do not send them money because that happens. Where somebody will message, but hey, it's Mikey. Vicky, can you send me a 10,000 American dollars? I need some money quick. My dog needs surgery. Right? True story. They do. There are so many, which is good for us, to be able to do that. But it again, you're muddying the waters a little bit. So problem is a lot of these new channels are using chases we've already seen. So they're putting up thumbnails and titles and everything. And I think, oh, well, we haven't seen this. This is new. This was put up 5 minutes ago. And then we just start watching it. And we're like, son of a bitch, we've already watched this. So that's on me getting in a hurry where you need to like keep an eye on it. So busy. Ugh. So busy. Oh man, I still watch it now. Tons of it on YouTube now. I love Mystery Science Theater 3000, Riff Tracks. Fantastic stuff. Fantastic. I am literally 10 minutes behind. Well, that's the point. That's what I wanted. I wanted something like that where, Creed never seen Mystery Science Theater 3000, but I was like, look, this is what I want it to be. If we can do something like this, I think it'd be awesome. And it really has. It really has turned something. Well, hello there, Bar Bishop. How are you? No relation to the other bishop, by the way. Don't get your posts very much anymore. Yeah, that's on them. I'm telling you. I'm 2 months. Oh my God. Well, hopefully it'll be on your feet and your feed. Sometimes it helps to unsubscribe or wherever you're at and resubscribe. It's just sometimes it gets lost in the mix. Went and seen Mystery Science Theater live. That was a lot. I've been oh. Yeah. That's the way it is. That's the way you have to be. You got to be able to, and here's somebody talking about people you don't see much anymore. I got to go to other people's chats to see her. Seriously, just got to Florida for a cruise, you son of a. And you didn't invite me? Ugh. I want to go on a cruise. But I'm also at the same time, can you tell me what cruise line you're going to use? I'm curious. I know a lot of people go on Carnival, but I've heard so many bad things about Carnival cruises. I don't want my first cruise to be like a bad cruise. Oh, exhausted. That's okay. Get you some rest. You and Gaia got a big day tomorrow. Big day. Yeah. You can't plan out shit. It's tough. Planning out stuff. I wouldn't put that on anybody. Not even if it is on 2 minutes. Look, I would love to do not the way he does his content, but that kind of content. I would love it. Oh my God, it'd be amazing to go to theme parks and things like that and do videos on it. Make a living doing that. Oh my God, amazing. Crazy. Oh yeah. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful who you're talking to. You never know, man. Never know. Real question. Okay, I'm sure this is a real question. What was your position on the radio show where Creed, Knox, and Bishop all on air? All right, so my job. So Creed and Bishop were already like working together somewhat. They were trying to, basically gelling and getting something going. And Bishop, being my brother, he's like, hey, do you want to come check out what we're doing? I'm like, sure, I'll swing by. And I went in one night and they were talking about wanting to do doing interviews and things like that. I was like, I've never booked an interview, but I could try. And Creed pulled me to the side and he said, look, this is 100% serious. He says, look, you book interviews for us, I will pay you. Is it $5? $5 or $10? Might have been $10. I'll pay you $10 for every guest you book. I was like, shit, hell yeah. A little extra pocket change. Why not? And from there, it was very easy. I learned very quickly how to negotiate and run through that, and booked hundreds, if not 1,000 or more interviews over the tenure of being there. So basically, then my title become that of producer. I'm producing segments. I then come part on air. I would do a wrestling report. I would do, contests were a big thing that I would basically take care of, where I would do the work with the guests, the contestants and stuff. Creed's job was always running the board. If you've ever noticed, that's Creed really has to be in charge of the board and things. And because that's just his comfort zone, that's where he is most comfortable. Bishop was basically half of the Creedence and Bishop show. So he would pretty much be on the mic working on bits and things like that, doing voices, coming up with contest ideas and things like that too. He was kind of basically a somewhat a producer as well. I also had my own show where I did a weekly metal show that would be every Friday night. I would do that, but I was 5 days a week working with them, doing live events, going out, meeting people and stuff, doing remotes. Knox was never on the show per se with us until it became a podcast after we had left radio, started doing podcasts back in 2010. Yeah, around 2010, we did our 2009, 2010, we did our very first podcast. And nobody knew what podcasts were, but we did have somewhat success doing that for several years. And then kind of out of nowhere, Creed quit coming. He never showed up anymore because he just had things going on, I'm guessing. I don't know exactly. And myself and Bishop and a guy named Clay would do the shows basically once a week, do a podcast for like 2 or 3 hours. But that was pretty much my role. I was on air. We'd be a 3-man team when I was there, not doing other things, booking stuff, working with, getting promotions and stuff done, forced to have things to give away because the radio station wouldn't facilitate a lot of stuff for us. They were more worried about the hip hop channel and the country station, top 40 channel. So we had to work to get our own products to give away, our own contests. We were really big in with Netflix when they were still doing the just video DVDs to your house. We had a guy who would come on every week from Netflix and tell us what movies were coming out on DVD. We would give away free Netflix memberships and things like that. We worked with a company called Gamefly that did the same, basically Netflix for video games. Met a lot of really great people and made some really good connections over that time. It was amazing, to be part of something that did really well. I hope that answered your question. If it didn't, ask me what I forgot. I really thought about doing videos on my bike trips. See, that's good. I like that. And I think people would too. Look, when I started doing YouTube, I had never edited a video a day in my life. I had to teach myself everything. But I'm kind of the person that says I'm kind of I got to get in there and get it done. I can't wait on other people to do it or learn how to do it. So that's kind of like where I know all the technical stuff that's kind of just my wheelhouse, because I decided, hey, I'm going to teach myself how to do these things so I can be not just let things die on the vine. Just got to jump in there. Mikey, think a lot about of Halo during your younger days. No, I did not, but my sons did. No, I had a Mikey the Legend gamer tag that my son still uses to this day. So if you ever see somebody with that, it's not me. Mikey Mayhem, though, with what we're doing, it conveys. If I was a backyard wrestler or a radio host, then yeah. But yeah, we did nights. We did drive time. We started out doing nights. We do 7-hour shows, 7-hour radio shows a night. And it was great because it helped us hone our craft to get to where we're at. Everybody thinks they can do it until they have to do it. And it's not as easy as it looks to have any camaraderie with somebody and be able to do it. Does Shannon help me? Oh, man. Yeah. I lost my mother and my sister last year, and doing this was probably the only thing that kept me alive and not in the world's worst depression. For sure. It means a lot to see you say that kind of stuff. It really, really does. All right. So collab would be like if I said, all right, me and KCC. Now there's two different kinds. One, there's the one that YouTube wants us to do right now, where we're just basically adding the name of another channel onto the video, where people might be watching my video and we'll say I'd do it with KCC, and her name is right next to mine on the video. And then people are like, well, who is that? And it's just basically getting your name over to somebody. A actual collab would be like if me and Law Talk with Mike sat down and talked to Sat, and did a show. That's like a collaboration. You just don't get it as much as you would think. It would mean so much to help other people grow. Plus, there's a lot of people that don't want you to see them on camera. Got something to hide. I used to love the ability because the show I would do, the music show, came on at midnight. So I was able to play whatever I wanted. It didn't matter if it had any certain language or anything to it. So it allowed me to be able to not have to censor myself, which I loved. I did that job for 5 years. Fantastic. I loved. If people haven't figured that out, yeah, it's true. I'm trying to. What? No. I might be asking you for 500. Why am I still awake? That's the question. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Facebook feed is terrible. I would recommend anybody that watches on Facebook get over to YouTube. You're doing Carnival. Uh-oh. Let me know if you feel like somebody was going to cut you with a knife when you try to get some chicken wings or scrambled eggs. So y'all going to be partying it up. This guy stay drunk the whole time? I hope so. I want him to come back sunburned. Ooh, there you go. Now you're talking. Yeah, I could get that, but at the same time, you want to enjoy yourself with the other stuff. How is Crass? Crass is great. Crass has, when he took me to WrestleMania, he had just lost his job working with Facebook. And he went through a very, very long time of not being able to find a good job. And boom, he ended up getting a job I think he really likes. And that was he's a 911 operator. And he's doing good. He's doing real good. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of channels like that. You know, if he here's the thing, people will get away with whatever you allow them to get away with. No, I have 0.0 listening, but going to sleep. Iowa golfer, not a vampire. Backyard cam. Was it Dog Squad? I can't remember all of them. You guys have a great time. I loved meeting you in Orlando too. You and Casey and Cole and Owen. It was really nice meeting you guys. I'm always flattered when somebody's actually wants to meet me. I'm more than happy to meet anybody who wants to meet. All right, now I'm getting to the catching up. Right, almost there. $10. By the way, Creed never paid me a dime. Ever. No money. Oh boy. All right. I think I've gotten to all y'all's best experience. The letters and things I've gotten from people appreciating the work we've done, as well as Sue, who was in Judge Stansbury's courtroom, that we never thought in a million years she had any idea who we were. We were one of the few people. I don't know anybody else that was covering Stansbury at that time in Licking County. And Sue was the jailer that brought in all the people and everything. And at the end of the day, she'd tell Judge Stansbury, well, that's it. And he'd say, all right, Sue, I'll see you on Monday. And on her last day, we hurried up and got over because we want to make sure we're there for Sue's last day because we always liked Sue. And she was saying goodbye to the judge. And she says, is it okay if I say goodbye to our she call us our podcast boys or something like that? And she said, Credence and Mikey, thank you. And I was like blown away that somebody I watched on YouTube, like you watching me right now, knew who I was. And never once did we have a single idea that any judge or anybody affiliated with any judge of any kind knew who we were. So when she thanked us that day, it broke me. I was like literally in tears. Like when I see Penny say 100%, Penny, what are you doing up? Go to bed, Penny. Good to see you. Right. Thick boy. Yeah, Gamefly. Yeah. I am way behind. What time is it now? I am 10 minutes behind. All right, I'm gonna go through here. If I see any cues, I'll stop. Da, da, da. Experience. You can't beat experience. They always say you need 10,000 hours of experience to be proficient at something. I believe it. I would do live ride-alongs. I got offered a ride-along when I was in LA. I was offered a ride-along and offered to hang out, with the chopper stuff and all that. I didn't do it because I was so busy and there for such a little amount of time. Conspiracy shows are fun. I like a good conspiracy. I enjoy hanging out too. I mean, I would love to do more of these hangouts. Oddities and add more. That sounds. Dun, dun, dun. Shoot with a knife. That's right. Cut you. He's a dispatcher. Yes. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Mm-hmm. Right. See any cues? See any of those? I did cry. You're right, Loud. I did. I was moved. I was literally moved. Someone had any idea who we were. It really shocked me. And I don't know. It wasn't like the breaking of the fourth wall, but it was like kind of like that. Oh, how great would that have been? I'm sure I'd have had my cameras and phone and stuff. Oof. No, thank you. John, right along with the Baltimore police. That's a tough one there, man. They go through some stuff there. That's a rough town. So hopefully one of these days, somebody will acknowledge us during a chase. That would be awesome. Would it not? To hooker tax. All right. I made it all the way to the bottom. I didn't see any more questions. Awesome. All right. I promised I would do this. I'm going to. Good night, Patricia. Sleep well, my friend. Stay toasty. All right. Let's drop that. Bring that down because that's from earlier. Sign your name across my heart. I want you to be my baby. Sit down. Ooh, bring it down a little bit, baby. Bring it down. What time is the classic tomorrow? So I think tomorrow I'm going to put up 2 loud. I'm going to do one tomorrow on We Got Chase at 4:05 Eastern time. Won't be one in the morning because those just don't do as well. And then I'm going to do one at night for around 8 o'clock. So, when I go back inside, I'm not going to sleep, guys. I've got to finish up this Simpson video that I want to put up tomorrow. Well, today, actually. But I do that first. Who loves more, us love you or you love us? Ooh. I'm going to say I love you guys the most. Still. I'm like Energizer effing bunny, baby. I haven't had a drink of soda, water, or anything for the last hour and 45 minutes. I haven't even got up to use the bathroom once. I don't be back that way on Monday, but they just don't do that. I might do one on Sunday at like 11. But I got to get it in before football starts. All right? Okay. That's right. Wish and well, kiss and tell. Or wish and well, butterfly tears. Sing. All right, let's thank these folks. And I want everybody to thank them along with Mayor. Thank you. I'm going to say it wrong again. Hailkin. There it is. Nailed it. Christy. I love that the Homestead Queen become a member. Thank you, that Queen. Terrafound. That's right, Terrafound. 20 biggins. Christy. With some Canadian transfusion. And then Homestead Queen with her orange of her own. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Y'all have a great night. Be good to each other. Can't be good at it, I believe is what they say. When I say they, I don't know who I'm talking about, but let's go with that, shall we? Let's do it. Bye for now.
Just do what I tell you.
Yeah, with Mikey. Scissor me!